We go, we're live. So today we're going to continue with another chapter from this amazing book by Pritchett. And Price continues to challenge us to think big and think of that next big goal, next big thing that you really want. Well, it has to be so exciting, it has to be very big. And in this book, U Square by Pritchett, he says it's a high velocity formula for multiplying your personal effectiveness in quantum leaps. So that means you really have to connect to that next level with it. So the chapter I'm on is on page 31, and it's fall in love. Here you go. So fall in love with your goals. Fall in love with what you want to do. So he says, there must be something worth caring about. There must be something worth caring about. Something remarkable, special, and precious enough to light the fire in your heart. So what is that one thing? What is it that you really want? So let's take a look. Quantum leaps won't happen if you are living life with a lukewarm heart. Passion is a very important part of the process. It fires the soul and fills the spirit, energizing your heart and mind for the quantum leap to a higher place of performance. Passion also keeps you going when you're hit with problems and uncertainty. But passion itself must be fueled, and you feed that flame with visions of a dream that is dramatic. The emotional intensity inside must burn hot enough to protect you against the chilling effects of doubt, uncertainty, criticism, and failure. Only deep desire can generate such heat. So it's very interesting because he's talking about that deeper passion, that level where you will do it no matter what. You'll do it, you don't even have to get paid to be doing it, okay? That's the thing. Most of us will do just things as a wishful thinking. We do things because we have to. But what would you do that you wouldn't even want to need to get paid to do it? That's passion. You do it no matter what. For you to care this intensely, of course, there must be something worth caring about. Something remarkable, special, and precious enough to light the fire in your heart. That's why he named the chapter Fall in Love. This means you must loosen the limits on your thinking and give yourself permission to pursue what you want most. Wow. The climate is right for a quantum leap only when you are passionately drawn to a particular goal. So you have to be passionately drawn, passionately wanting to reach to that goal, right? So let your deepest desire direct your aim. Set your sights far above the reasonable target. The power of purpose is profound only if you have desire that stirs the heart. So most people are aiming so low. And if you aim low, you're going to be even lower. But if you aim really high, guess what? You might end up there, or you might end up there, or more. So that's what he's talking about. But most people are not doing that. As a matter of fact, 95% of the people are not doing that. That's why we call it you're stuck in this mediocre job. You're stuck in this mediocre performance. So let your deepest desires direct your aim. It cannot be somebody that pushes you to do it. You have to want to do it. Set your sights far above the reasonable target. Most people will be happy with a 2% increase, 3% increase. Well, that's not enough to get you passionate about it. The power of purpose is profound only if you have a desire that stirs your heart. If you're concerned about what your purpose is and you have no idea, I can share with you a piece of writing that can really set you moving, get you to set your purpose, vision, and goals. So if that's something you want, you just let me know, okay? The inner drive must be strong enough to carry you past the point of wishful thinking. The dream must consume you, control you, drive you to action, disallowing half-hearted effort in the pursuit. Quantum leaps are an act of love, a passionate statement of how you care for the thing you seek. Only an emotional move holds the power to carry you the distance from you to your square. Let the heart take charge of your body. If you have a magnificent obsession, you are poised for a quantum leap. See what he said? Let the heart take charge of your body. If you have a magnificent obsession, you are poised for a quantum leap. So what's this magnificent obsession that you have? What's that one thing that you will do no matter what? You wake up and you're thinking about it. You go to sleep, you're thinking about it. It's like that first time you maybe fell in love with somebody. You will always be thinking about them. You will always be like day and night, and you call them. You can't leave that phone. And that's what it has to be with the goal that you want to achieve, with that next level. And you can't do it just because of the money. The money is good. There's nothing wrong with having the money, but you got to have a much bigger purpose, much bigger vision, much bigger, goal. A very interesting chapter. Now, once you get going on that, you're actually gonna lose that drag. Oh, thank you so much, Bo Dragon. You're gonna lose the momentum. You're gonna lose the confidence to go that way, and you're gonna have to learn how to build that self-confidence. All right, that self-confidence is huge. If you haven't built your self-confidence on it, it's not gonna continue. So, for those who are listening, I really appreciate you very much. So, whenever you fall in love with something, you'll start, and then 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 day. Eventually, you'll quit unless you have self-confidence that you're going to reach it. So I'm going to share with you one paragraph from the self-confidence formula, maybe one or two. Let's just go to about 8-10 minutes. Here what it says: I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistence, continuous action towards this attainment. And I here and now promise to render such action. So, Pritchett here says, fall in love with that one thing, get busy doing it, aim really high, and now I want you to persist. How do you persist? Well, you have to know that you can do it. If you don't believe you can do it, nobody can. If you don't believe in you, who's going to believe in you? You're probably thinking, nah, my parents believe in me. Well, who cares? Do you believe in you? I want you to build your own belief in yourself first, right? Second, look what it says. I realize the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. Therefore, I will concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person I intend to become, thereby creating in my mind a clear mental picture of that person. So it's all about the mind, it's all about thinking. If you've been watching any of the Olympics that just finished, most of them talk about mindset. Most of them win the game in their mind before they win the real game. So what game are you winning? How many games have you lost because of this mind thing, right? So I want you to go back and review the previous chapter that I've read about this book, and write yourself a letter, write yourself a contract. I'm big on contracts between you to you, me to me. What are you going to do? What are you going to commit to? What is the discipline that you're going to stick with? You got to have discipline. This good discipline. I don't mean bad discipline. I mean good discipline, right? And you got to start seeing what others are doing. Most people are saying the same thing over and over and over and over again. Well, thank you so much, Backhand B. I love that. Can't tell the name, but it says Backhand B. So you have to have the discipline to continue the journey. Like, look what it says here on this just back page. This is about the power of you squared. The quantum leap strategy for breakthrough performance. So if you've only achieved this much, how can you get 10 times more? How can you get 100 times more? How can you get 1,000 times more? Like, have you seen the Olympics, right? Some of these gold medalists, sometimes they're within milliseconds, but sometimes they're like 3 seconds, 6 seconds ahead. How did these girls do it? They're in their 18s, 20s, even young men, right? They're so young, but then they do it by miles. It starts up here. You go listen to some of the interviews, it's all mindset. 95% mindset, 5% strategy. Making a quantum leap, going from you to you square, means accomplishing far more in less time, with only a fraction of the effort you've been given. Because you don't want to take 50 years to get it done. If you take 50 years, you're going to be 70, 80, 90. Too freaking late. You might as well not do it. So we want to do all this next level results in a very short amount of time. We call it shorten the gestation period. Now, Price, in this book, he outlines unique dynamic methods for leaping beyond ordinary performance and achieving dramatic breakthrough. And that's what you can learn. That's what once you learn how, it's like a map. It's like you put it on your GPS, and the GPS says left, right, up, down, 10 miles, 20 miles, whatever, kilometers, make a left, make a right, turn on this street. And that's what's in here. No, but you can read it, and you won't understand it. That's why you need somebody speaking wisdom into you. You need somebody speaking guidance. Don't be lost for another year. Don't be lost for another 10 years. Make a decision that this is your year, right? Quit trying harder, he said. You've already been working hard. I mean, most people work hard. People who work in the mines, they work hard. People who work on railroad work hard. People who work in steel plants, they work hard. I worked in a steel plant for 22 years. It didn't take me far. It took me somewhere, but I was just, Now things are shifting because of this. It's up to you to decide to shift. Make your move before you're ready. Most of you are waiting until you see the whole thing before you make your move. You can't do that. That's too late. You gotta make your move before you're ready. Look inside for the opportunity. Follow the unconventional strategy of U squared to penetrate imaginary barriers and pursue your true potential. You see, if you follow somebody else's path, you're just gonna be as far as their path. Maybe, probably 20% less. But you wanna follow yourself. You wanna have your own guidance, your own light, okay? And the best thing about this book, I keep going back to the first chapter, when he talked about the fly. There was this fly, that the fly was, and think of the fly as you're like that individual working. You go to work, you come home, you go to work, you come home, you go to work, you come home, and you're trying to get better, but your head is banging against the door. Now the fly was banging against the window, wanting to escape. The fly wanted to escape. Look, I mean, find the exact words because they're really powerful. I'm sitting in a quiet room at the Millcroft Inn, a peaceful little place hidden back among the pine trees, about an hour from Toronto. I know exactly where that is, by the way. It's just past noon, late July, and I'm listening to the deepest sound of a life or death struggle going on a few feet away. Hopefully you like this, ball dragging and backhand being, everybody that's listening. So let me know in the chat if you're liking it and if you want more of this. So this fly is just hitting the window, trying to escape. And guess what? It doesn't escape. It doesn't escape. Eventually, it's just going to die on the sill of the window. Whereas if it had shifted 10 degrees to the right or 10 degrees to the left, the door was open and it could have flew out and lived its life. Now, this is the same as you and where you are. You're banging your head against something and you don't go anywhere. You need somebody shifting your mindset, shifting your thinking. Just a little tweak. I'm talking like a little tweak. Most things are a little bit until you get a whole lot better. If you think about the planes, when we got them up in the air, when the Wright brothers got the planes up in the air, it was just a little wing of the plane that moved a little bit. And that's what they did. So you just need to correct that thinking. All right? And with that, we're almost done with this book. So hopefully you liked it. If you missed the previous chapters, come back and listen to them. They're all here somewhere on one of these channels, either LinkedIn or YouTube. And the next one, you're going to be encouraged to make your move. Make your move before you're ready, okay? And if you want this thing, just let me know and I'll get it back to you. All right? Thanks very much. Have a good day. Enjoy your day. Take care.